Social media impressions do not equate to television ratings, and they damn sure don't translate to ticket sales. The media can continue framing this narrative that Angel Reese is driving the WNBA's growth, but once again, we have data that proves Angel Reese is not a draw.
Angel Reese was hyped as the WNBA's savior, but ticket sales are dropping faster than her fourth quarter lashes. The league built her up like Beyoncé in a headband, yet no one's showing up. So why is the WNBA still treating her like the golden goose? Someone forgot to check the receipts. Stay tuned. The backstage drama is funnier than a missed layup in an empty arena.
And it's a shooting efficiency list. Unfortunately for Angel Reese, she's dead ass last. And I'm not kidding you. In this list of players,
Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed IT girl of the WNBA, has more merch drops and wins and more TikTok dances than ticket sales. If Delusion was a stat, she'd be MVP. Every game feels like a sponsorship audition, not a court battle. Her PR team deserves a ring for keeping the hype alive, while her biggest fan seems to be her own reflection.
Talking about certain women around the league that have a problem with this girl performing at the level that she does. Instead of being on social media and be like, look at me, Barbie, and not putting no work in, missing 455 layups and receiving 500 and some fucking rebounds, doesn't make you good. Sitting on a fucking TV and being like, I understand you guys watch basketball. It's not just for her. It's also me. You know, you watch me miss my layups. I got packed stadium.
Let's talk about the ego in the room. Angel Reese was billed as the WNBA's box office queen, the second coming of LeBron with a Beyoncé-level rollout. But reality hit. Ticket sales are flat. The hike fizzled fast, and she's dodging more questions than defenders. For someone hailed as the league's savior, she's barely making a dent.
On the flip side, Chicago Sky's Angel Reese found herself at the very bottom of the list, sitting at 30th, with a true shooting percentage of just 46.4%. The contrast between the two rookies, both with massive college followings and major fan bases, ignited strong reactions online. Clark's game has translated well to the pros. Her shooting from deep remains a threat, 33.9% from beyond the arc. She was 13th in the league, while her mid-range and inside games are just as effective. She ranked 4th in two-point field goal percentage.
Take the now infamous LSU homecoming. Angel Reese returned like a queen, expecting confetti and fireworks. But the crowd? Crickets. Literal ones might have outnumbered fans. The arena was so empty, it could have doubled as a yoga studio. Reese showed up like it was prom night, only to realize no one came to dance. Even the cardboard cupouts looked bored.
Is your star? This is who the media claims is elevating the WNBA. This is who the media has spent the last year wasting time trying to convince us that Angel Reese is responsible for elevating the dump. The same Angel Reese that could not sell out home games when she was at LSU. The same Angel Reese that struggled to sell tickets last year with the Chicago Bravado. The same Angel Reese that could not give away free tickets to her immaculate homecoming a couple of weeks ago at LSU. You're trying to convince me she is responsible for the growth of the WNBA?
But let's not act like this is a one-off. Look at the upcoming Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky matchup. On paper, it's a rivalry in the making. Young stars, media buzz, drama potential. But here's the truth. Fans aren't showing up for Angel. They're showing up for Caitlin Clark like it's Black Friday, and she's the last flat screen on the shelf. Ticket sales spiked, and no one's saying, can't wait to watch Angel set a moving screen.
Angel Reese has a monster motor, and she'll gobble up double-doubles just off effort. But what I really like to see is her putting in work on her jumper, because Barbie getting buckets is going to be a real problem.
Angel knows. You can see it every time someone mentions Caitlin Clark, that reporter who brought her up. Angel gave full. I didn't hear that energy, quiet, tense, and icy. If eye rolls were stats, she'd be averaging a triple-double. For someone hyped as a face of the league, the avoidance is loud. Clark isn't a rival, she's a ghost. Angel treats her like Voldemort, she who must not be named. At this rate, don't be surprised if she skips games against Indiana for personal reasons.
Angel Reese goes the first 2 preseason games, and then this most recent preseason game. Well, the highlight tape from this most recent preseason game is awfully reminiscent to the Angel Reese that we saw all last season. Roll clip.
Angel Reese played in the first 2 preseason games and returned for the most recent one. But her performance looked much like last season. Some effort, little consistency. The Chicago Sky continue to market her heavily, but the response has been underwhelming. Promotional pushes feel forced, and fan interest remains tepid. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to dominate headlines and drive ticket sales. When Clark took a hard elbow in a preseason game, it sparked national conversation and increased the league's visibility. Reese's highlight reel, by contrast, hasn't gained similar traction. In high-profile matchups like Fever vs. Sky, it's clear. Fans are showing up for Clark. Reese is still part of the narrative, but for now, she's not the one leading it.
She seeks that attention, right? And another thing is, it's obvious she's jealous of Caitlin. Every interview, every tweet, everything is about Caitlin. I haven't yet to see Caitlin even respond to her yet. Have y'all?
No.
So when you asking me like, yo, I get it, everybody's watching women's basketball now, who's the real reason? Well, yes, you are right. Reese has a small amount of that, right? But the other real credit goes to Caitlin. Not just because what she's doing outside the court and she's waving her hand, doing all that. It's because she's giving buckets in basketball, right? And she looks like Steph Curry. And that's simple.
Let's be honest. While the scoreboard might say Chicago, the court belongs to Caitlin Clark. The arena will be a sea of Clark jerseys, signs, and superfans who treat her like a movement, not just a player. Angel Reese's biggest supporter in the building might be her mom, and even she might feel outnumbered. Clark's fans show up like it's a Taylor Swift tour stop. Meanwhile, Reese seems to be treating this game like a one-sided emotional showdown. She had the opportunity to embrace the spotlight, sell the rivalry, and rise with the moment. Instead, she's sidestepping questions, ducking cameras, and acting like she's above it all. That's not poise. It's a missed opportunity. While Clark is rewriting record books, Reese is stuck in damage control mode. This could have been a co-star moment. Instead, it feels like she's playing defense off the court too.
Consistency and being confident, and just being efficient, and just being able to be myself. And like I was saying, like, not worrying about anything else but me and just trusting the process. It's not going to happen overnight. Like, don't be expecting me to come down and shoot 6-7 threes a night. Like, obviously that's what I'm working on, but like,
last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
next question?
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to
The WNBA tried to hype Angel Reese as the next big thing. Ads, promos, everywhere. But ticket sales barely moved until Caitlin Clark was on the schedule. Selling Angel without Clark? Like marketing diet water, nobody's buying. Even the teen vibes feel off. Interviews are stiff, smiles forced, and mentions of Clark bring tension. It's less chemistry, more walking on eggshells.
Angel Reese, preseason, part 2, let's get it! What they say about layups, harder than nuclear physics. Bang! She's a point forward now, and nobody's more excited than opposing defenses. Time for the vintage underhand scoopity shot from 3 feet. Yep, there it is. Bang! Out to McDonald's, sponsoring the first ever fry cook in the WNBA. Bag work is off the dollar menu, man. What is this junk? Bang!
Fans aren't fooled. They see who's scoring, who's packing arenas, and who's acting like the villain in a bad Netflix drama. Caitlin Clark is the star. Angel Reese is the subplot stretched too long. The funniest part, Angel's refusal to face reality. Confidence, more like full-on delusion. She struts like she owns the league, but attendance says otherwise. Her fans are louder online than in any arena, bought army vibes. And the merch? Shirts, hoodies, water bottles, maybe even a scented candle. When your stats don't cut it, sell a $60 Reese Mode hoodie. It's like hawking M&M skincare to your Facebook friends.
Caitlin Clark in 23 minutes of play, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. In 23 minutes, Caitlin Clark already shows all of us who are watching along, stay tuned, folks. Multiple triple-doubles are coming this season. You guys saw what I did in 23 minutes. Wait until I'm playing 30 plus. Wait until I'm playing 35 minutes. Wait until my chemistry with my teammates are all the way there. Wait until Stephanie White fine-tunes this offense around me a little bit more, tweak something here, tweak something there, and we get really into the swing of things. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan, an Indiana Fever fan, you got to be happy with what you're seeing from Caitlin Clark. There is no sophomore slump.